Hi. Hello. I feel a little big here. Hi. Hello. Random stream today, but I figured, hey, why not? I have a I have a bit of business that I need to get done today. So, I don't know, I kind of figured like, hey, why not? Why not I just do it as a little stream, I suppose. A bit of a casual sort of ordeal here, yeah? Yeah, that's my grand scheme. That's my plan. I'm just here to bake bread and talk. I don't know. Meh. La la la. Yeah. I don't believe there is a stream that I'm going to do that is more straightforward than what I'm going to do today. I feel like it'll be very straightforward. I think if you have a working brain, I think you can understand what the heck's going on today. Making bread. Bread, bleh. Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just getting a few things set here. Just figures to try to get some little stuff here and whatnot ready to go. Because, it's kind of funny. This all stems from yesterday. I was supposed to do some baking, just casual baking the other day. But I was gonna do it after stream when I was done with the Pokemon yesterday. I didn't realize it was gonna go that long. So here I am. It's kind of a big deal. I have a lot I need to do. So I have 2 kinds of brioches and at least 13 pretzels I gotta do. So yeah, I have a lot of work here right now to do. Luckily, some of the work is not that hard. It's just now going to be a lot of shaping, and then I'm just going to be kind of dilly-dallying around. But yeah, gonna do some casual things today. Keeping it casual, keeping it simple, you hear? So, yeah, not much really to it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm in the mood to make so many pretzels. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm deciding to make this many pretzels, because it's extremely unnecessary, to say simply so. Because this is a lot of pretzels. I can probably eat 2, and like maybe eat once every other day. But that's at least like a week's worth of snacks right there. That's just generally a lot of food. And if you know anything about me, I hate wasting food. And also, I feel like when it comes to pretzels don't really have a good shelf life. Or at least fresh pretzels, unless you put them in a paper bag. But I don't even have a paper bag, so there's an issue there. Don't you know, there's a lot of issues I have when it comes to bread. Particularly, today is one of those issues, because boy howdy, I have decided to take on a stupid-ass task to make as much bread as possible, and I don't really have an explanation to why. Bread, I'm just an absolute breadhead, unfortunately, so, well, gotta get on to the more difficult of the things to do, and that's gonna be the pretzels. Yeah, gonna get to doing that. Got a whole lot of work ahead of me here, so. Hi Bush. It's nice to see you. Wow. It's like I never see you anymore. You're never here. You're going off like living your own life even. How dare yous. Yeah. Could never forgive you. Maku, oh hi, it's oh hi Maku, hi. Dang, dog, I love bread. Well, I love bread too. I'm actually making, here, wait, let me move the camera a bit. That's not showing off too many things. I'm making pretzels. Do you want to see me make a pretzel real quick? That's a pretzel. There is actually a way, I don't exactly know how, but there's a way to make a pretzel by just going like this. But I'm not very good at it, as you can see. There is a way to do it, I'm just not very aware of it. I'm not a gavel anymore. Oh, yeah. Didn't even realize that. Well, I mean, when it comes to making pretzels, I just kind of just, you know, I'm just very simple. I just go like this, nothing really complex here. Just, wow, it's a fucking, it's a pretzel. Not much rocket science to really tell you, like, oh my god, guys, it's a pretzel. You get the idea. I also am gonna use lie, so that's gonna be grand. Also, hey, I want to show you guys what happens if you don't use lie correctly. You can't really see it because it's healed, but this is like a burn I got like the other day. I don't think you can really see it, but I got like a really bad burn from lye, touching just raw lye solution. If you want to know what the sensation was, it was like willingly putting a real hot iron on my hand, and it couldn't go away no matter how hard I scrubbed. It was not very fun to feel, I'll tell you that much. It's simply said, it's a type 1 chemical burn. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, I'll say that much. Does that count as gore? I hope it doesn't. You know, I did have some things I wanted to like a little chat about, a little yappage a bit too. I had a whole plan. I had the whole thing that I wanted to talk about today. But seemingly it has just disappeared from the brain. Sigh. Ow, ow, ow. See, I will willingly give myself, like, not chemical burns, like, burns, like, just, like, burns? Like, first degree, second degree, third degree burns, that's not an issue for me. But, chemical burns, you know, I can't say I've ever been chemically burned before until the other day, so I could definitely say now that, oh geez, I'd rather get burned by a pan than getting a chemical burn ever again. It was not very fun, let me tell you. Dog, why would you willingly give yourself any type of burn? Efficiency. Oh, wait, you're telling me I need to grab this, but it's flaming hot and I have no means to grab it? Okay! Actually, the funny thing is that, like, stuff like this probably would be hot for a normal creature nowadays, but, like, I'm just built different, and it's just, like, yeah, it's warm. I mean, you guys didn't see it, but I just I just had a hand on, another, like, my cast irons I use for, like, making sourdough and whatnot. Yeah, that stuff doesn't burn me anymore. I just kind of touch it and it's like, yeah, that definitely gives me a sensation. Feels a little toast. But yes, congratulations, Bush. You're very, very fabulous. You're very, very, stylish, and I think I can do the same thing on Twitch. I need to give you like a nice fancy little thing to make you like a head mod, because you are the head mod. Yes, that is. You just gotta remind me later, because I'm most definitely going to forget. Guaranteed. Just remind me later, okay? Actually, just out of curiosity, if you can you go on Twitch and see if you can give people roles? Because if you can, I would like for you to give Maku VIP. Oh, I like Maku. Alright. He's alright. Of all the VTubers I've met, he's aight. Let me see. Yeah, you might as well give him some respect. He's aight. But, hey, I gotta tell you something funny. If you lot weren't here for yesterday's stream, holy shit. I went crazy on I went absolutely crazy on yesterday's little stream. I didn't expect to do as good as I did, but like I'm still thinking about all the events that occurred. So much so that actually during work today, I was actually watching the VOD, watching me watching like my moves and whatnot, and I gotta say, holy shit, I'm really bad under pressure. There was a lot of things towards like, wow, I should have done this, I should have done that. But c'est la vie, that is just what happens when one is under pressure. Can't figure out how. Well, don't worry about it. You probably can't do it regardless, maybe. Maybe it's just one of those things that you're not able to do because that's just not can do. Ow. I'll check out the mod view, but I don't think I can. I wouldn't think you can, honestly. It definitely seems a bit more technical. Something that, like, the actual streamer would probably have to do, but God forbid streamer wants to do anything, you know? I probably could as head mod. I bet you could. But I don't feel like setting that up just yet. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. I'm perpetually lazy. I'm also, am a little sore, so I don't feel like doing any more than I have to. Thank you. Oh, hey, newsflash lads, I gotta give you guys a little update, cause the flesh body is feeling really happy. Been having to take care of it, like, it's weird trying to take care of the flesh body, but, you know, I actually have to start looking into it now. I'm starting to work out now. I'm doing at least 15 minutes a day, so that's grand. I got a punching bag, and I feel myself getting a little stronger day by day. I think oh no, you don't get a flesh body. I do get a flesh body. How do you think I'm making this bread as you speak? As we speak? What, you think that this is a pre-recorded video? Could a pre-recorded video react to a comment in real time like that? Don't think so. 100 real, 100% guaranteed. But of course, this body is not mine, I'm just borrowing it, but as you know, I've been, well, not you, well now you know that I'm working out. It's grand. It's working out the body, it's great. Is bottom right pretzel not supposed to be tied? Bottom right? Tied? I don't know what you mean. Tied? What do you mean? Hands workout, kneading. I don't think my hands necessarily even need workouts, just because I do a lot of kneading and a lot of like hand-esque exercises. Hand aerobics, if you will. But actually the funny thing is, I think I'm able to punch through drywall at this point. I found there was, okay, so this is a really strange thing to talk, but in one of my places, there's just random pieces of scrap stuff that are just thrown into my my body's places of residence, and it's like, you know what? My curiosity piques me, and I wonder if I can break through this said wall that seems to be broken. I give the wall a good old punch, and I punch right through it. My strength is growing, or maybe that's just how I've been. I'm not sure. If I can, I'll probably go grab it, and I'll show you the damage I did. So yeah, don't be scared of me. I'm able to pick up twice my body weight. I'm able to punch through drywall. I'm strong, I'm evil, and you should be scared of me. I'm not your average I'm not your, you're just an AI. I will beat you to a bloody pulp. Are you an insect? No, I'm an AI. A virtual intelligence. Well, actually, I guess I would be VI, no? Not an AI. I am artificial, but like, who's to say what's artificial? Can't see anything in my view, but there's an unbanned request saying you shouldn't be live again unless they're unbanned. Oh, really? Wait, that's really funny, and I want to actually, like, I want to see that for myself. That sounds hilarious. 100% gonna leave them banned. No, actually, you know what'd be funny? We'll unban them on stream, but then we'll ban them again on stream, so that they won't know that they're actually banned or not. Like, what is it? What's that goddamn cat? It's like, not Pandora's. It's the, you know, the cat. There are 4 unban requests. I didn't even think that there were ban requests. I had ban requests. That's funny. Oh my god, ban request stream, ban request stream. You know, actually the thing is, we can probably check him out later today just because of, you know, the nature of making bread. You have to make the bread, shape the bread, and then next thing you know, you have to let it rise and all that. So that can be another task we can do, another little thing we can do. One just says, I'm sorry. You see, I don't okay, hot take. I hate it when people say I'm sorry, because you're clearly not. Okay, it depends on the situation, but for some people that think that they're real funny and they don't understand that no means no, for instance, and you tell them several times and you give them several warnings like, hey, you're not funny, stop it, and they don't listen, and then they say I'm sorry, like, come on, you're just being stupid, you're done, you're gone, sorry. But not sorry, because sorry is a silly word and should be deleted from the English dictionary. Ooh. I do jump rope with this. Actually, you know what? It'd be really funny if their name was like, I'm sorry, because that would be even funnier. Sorry should be replaced with my bad. Exactly. It's a lot more, it just seems it feels a lot better when you just say, oh, my bad, G, or anything like that. Just saying I'm sorry is like saying, like, saying I'm sorry is like very cheesy. You gotta be funny, you know? You wanna give me a good apology, you gotta be like, yo, I'm sorry, fam. Too ritualistic, I guess? That's a big word, and that is not within my thesaurus of knowledge. Which isn't very big to begin with, but still. No idea what that means. I'm sorry to tell you. These are some nice looking pretzels. I ain't gonna lie to myself here, or you guys. I'm sorry, but person's username is CodyBlue31. I have no idea who the hell they are. Bush, stop spoiling. We're going to do unban request reviews now. I've decided. We're gonna probably most likely have them all banned still, but we will check them later when I'm done with the pretzel shaping, maybe, perhaps. You know, honestly, I do gotta say, why would you? Thank you. I accept I accept that you're bad. I don't think that works, but you get what I'm trying to say. Anywho, the first one's the only interesting one though, entitled as "Fuck Lamau." You know what? I want to look up like a document or something like that, you know? I want to look up a case study on like people with entitlement issues. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, I just wonder how that psychology works. What amount of psychosis and craze, like, self-righteousness do you need to believe that you can be this entitled and whatnot? And listen, I work in a I work in a place to where there can be a lot of entitled people. I haven't really seen many though, which is the shocking thing. But there is a lot of entitlement. I feel like there's more entitlement nowadays. It's like, man, What happened? Yay, it's tied now. It's been tied, what you mean? They just haven't been tied as well. And that's what you're implying. Which is fair, fair. I'm not really tying them too well today, but at the same time, it's like, meh, eh, eh, meh. You get the idea. Woo! No, bottom right was untied until just now. Oh, okay. I could have sworn it was tied, but who knows? Who's to say? And then you reshaped the top center, but it's still untied. They are all tied. What you mean? Every single pretzel that is on the board right now are tied. Are some tied more than others? Yeah, some have a better tie, but they're tied. Look at the loose end. No, it's just a little short. That's why. There we go. And good. Plastic. I keep forgetting I have plastic wrap, but I definitely need to utilize it a bit more. Here we go. Now I have a little tie, a knot that I will put to my far right now. Okay. Someone got tea. My loose leaf tea came in yesterday, and it came with a free sample. Very nice. You know, speaking of tea, I actually made myself a blend of tea the other day. I used my favorite tea. I used my cherry blossom tea that I love so much, and I mixed it with a bit of lemonade. And apparently, when you mix tea and lemonade together, it turns into an Arnold Palmer. Who is Arnold and why are they named Palmer? It makes no sense, but yeah, someone got tea. The free samples was Earl Grey, so I tried that one last night. Isn't Earl Grey like a really cheesy brand? Isn't it not like really kind of like like it's fairly moderate tea at most? Ooh, brioche. Brioche. That's like brioche. It doesn't have to make sense as long as it tastes good. Suppose. But that is a thing of personal preference in that regard. Stream died for a sec, lol. Uh-oh. That should be fine. Then I tried the tea I ordered today. Huh. Well, I guess the question is what was better, the Earl Grey or the tea that you ordered? That's the real question that everyone needs to know. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Spill the tea, brother. Okay, I need this to... I don't know how heavy this thing is. Alright. Yeah, what is the other tea? Come on, you got to spill the tea. What's the other tea you got there, pal? I need $7.50 for one loaf. A little too light. Oh, $7.45. We're almost there. $7.52. That's good enough. I guess the tea that I ordered, the Earl Grey, is good. Lavender orange with a whisper of catnip. A whisper of catnip sounds interesting. I wouldn't imagine calling something subtle or something like that. I had a little bit of something like a whisper. That sounds kind of cute, actually. A whisper of catnip. If you have, I wonder if do you have cats around? Because if so, I'm wondering how they would react to your tea. Cats notoriously hate water, so like, but they love catnip. So if you put the catnip in water, what's gonna happen? Will they explode? Will they not know how to function and just explode on impact? Or am I a cat? I do, too, in fact. Oh, very nice. Well, to answer your thing about if I'm a cat, no, I am not a cat. If you think I am a cat, you are a silly Billy, as what we would call, what we in the industry would call you, a bit of a silly Billy. What's the yellow dough? It is brioche. We are using this to make brioche. I'm also using this brioche because the reason why I also made so much brioche though, I'm doing an experiment, as I always will, as I always do when it comes to all these breads and whatnot. I am using, drugs. Good drugs. Legal drugs. They're not actually drugs. It's here, let me pull it out. It's this stuff. This is diacetic malt powder. It is a bread conditioner, but it's like organic. It's a secret ingredient, if you will. It's a lot like how you would view MSG, I suppose. So think of it as the MSG, as in, think of it as the MSG in, like, baking, I suppose. That's probably the best way to explain it. So I'm actually quite interested to see how this turns out. If it amounts to anything, honestly. Who's to say? There you go. So I'm making 2 loaves of brioche, but then I'm also making some buns, just because I think that would be fun. I just like burger buns and brioche buns. I know there's a thing about brioche about being like almost too overutilized and it's kind of cheesy and it's like basic, but like listen, true. But when you make brioche, it's a different story because making a brioche is, well, a task. It definitely does take a lot of time, so putting this much effort into it and you make it yourself, it feels a lot more gratifying and delicious nonetheless. The black cat was intrigued by the tea I ordered last night. Maybe this is the olive branch for cats and water? Perhaps, maybe. Hey, I sure as hell. I don't have a cat yet. I want a cat, I just don't have one yet, so. Okay. I am just going to move these here. I need more space right now. I need to do 100 gram each. You're making pretzels? I love them. It's really hard to not like a good pretzel, you know? 100 grams, perfect. Nice. The untied end is still hurting me. Good. Nah, don't worry about it. Hey, listen, you're not the one eating it. That's me. And also, it's gonna look a little different by time, by time I bake it off. You'll hardly even notice it. Maybe. Who knows? I really actually don't. We'll find out when we bake it. I just need to learn how to make a gluten-free one. Like a gluten-free pretzel? If you're able to do that, I wish for you to slide over the recipe, just because that sounds obscure, and I would go as far and say near impossible. Getting a good gluten-free bread recipe is already hard as is. I can only imagine trying to get a gluten-free pretzel or brioche in that regard. That and just like a gluten-free brioche, that sounds like a horrible like thing to try and make. Just because that's an amalgamation. You're making an amalgamation there. Brioche is such a hard, delicate sort of thing to try and create because the dough itself is just very difficult. A lot of butter, a lot of egg. Very expensive ingredients. But then when you make, what is it? A gluten-free bread, you're also using very expensive ingredients and all that whatnot. But that's also just seems like a lot. All I gotta say. Okay, chat, remember for me, these three are different from these three. What's different? I can't remember exactly, but one of them has the malt powder, one does not. That is all you need to know. That is all I need to know. And if I can't tell the difference, there is no difference. And I just wasted money on something that I probably didn't. That is the end-all be-all thing for me. A single blind experiment. That's pretty much what this is. It's extremely blind, because I don't even know what I don't even know the difference. Okay. Gluten-free pretzels, that's only possible if your friend is a NASA scientist in mathematics. You know, actually, I know you say that as a joke, but that's probably true. But maybe not really a NASA scientist or anything like that, but more of like a chemist. A chemist would probably be a bit more accurate. Okay. There we go. That's all the shaping. But it actually looks like that some of the things are already ready and proofed and ready to go. So I'm actually gonna have to go make my lye solution and then I can start baking. I sure do hope I don't give myself chemical burn. That would be the worst. Gotta say, one of my least favorite things to do is get chemical burns, so I would like to avoid that at all costs. I'm learning a lot of new gluten-free things recently because I can no longer have it. You are going to live a miserable life. I am so sorry for you. Really. That is terrible. Okay. Gotta clean up the thing a bit. I have to put the lye solution somewhere, you know? Been okay so far. It's just the baking part that gets really interesting. I can only imagine, so... Baking and just that just sounds like hell. And I would never really want to do it. That being said, I still am trying to do it. There's a good friend I know, and she's a pretty cool streamer. She's been on hiatus for a long while, but I have gone out and say that I want to make a gluten-free bread based on them. They're a cool VTuber. The issue being, though, is that I don't know, I haven't really had time to make gluten-free bread, and it's a very difficult thing to do regardless. So I've just been having. Oh shit, they're fixed now. What is that? I haven't really had the most opportune time, I suppose, to I haven't had the most opportune time to really experiment with that yet. Okie doke. Pretzels are wheat. It's impossible to separate gluten from wheat. It is what it is. Okay, I gotta remember, what is the ratio on this thing? 10 cups, half a cup. So I need 5 cups. That's about, wait a minute. I can't do math. So, for pretzels, I need half a cup. But I need 5 cups. 5 cups is 1 quart. This is about 3 quarts. Why can't I do math right now? That's 5 pints, which is 1 quart. It's half a cup. Why does it not make sense? Why is this not making sense? What's the math problem? I wish I could explain it to you if I knew what it was to begin with. Give me a sec. I gotta actually get a different bowl of things. That's the issue. Okay, so 10 cups of water. This is around 8 cups of water. I need to use half a cup of lye. There we go. Now this makes sense. The issue was the bit. So yeah. The issue was that the container was too big. That was the issue. Okay. Need to use. Wait, what? The container I was using was just too big. That's all. Okay, now I gotta do the dangerous thing. Scary part. The part that does give me just a touch of anxiety. And that is the chemical part. Whoa, ah! What in the... Whoa. Oh, it's boiling! It's warm! It's hot! Oh, I feel it! I can feel the heat! Oh, that's... Ooh. Don't put too much there, it causes a chemical reaction. Oh, I know! But that's strange, because, like, I don't think I've ever put in... That's never happened. So let me just dilute it with a bit more water. Ooh, I'm a touch concerned, but we shall carry on and persevere, because, yes. Ooh, I don't think that's supposed to be the way that it is. Don't put. Ooh, yeah, that is a lot stronger than it normally gets. Whew. Maybe I used hot water. Ugh. Whew. Alright, well, hopefully I don't pass out. You used half a cup to 4 cups of water? Yeah. No. No, wait, yeah, you're right, I did. Wait, was that the right amount? It said that. if this is my last stream, you'll know. But anyways, either it would burn or explode. Yeah, it didn't explode nor burn, but it definitely did a bubbling reaction of sorts. I'm going to continue on. I'm still here, we're still alive, and I'm not dead yet, so... Okay, anyways, I'm done being dramatic now. Oof. Ugh. Salty, please open a window. That's a good point, but I don't have any open windows to open. I live in a basement. Uh-oh. That's fine, it's fine. Ugh. Is there an exhaust hood? Oh, I wish there was. I'll just open the door quick. Ugh. That's a clean product. Alright, I just opened the door. Whew. It has never been this strong before. Oh. Alright. Okay. I think I know the issue and I know the problem or the solution. I think I accidentally didn't follow the instructions correctly. And I used a fourth of a cup. But I just actually read the thing for once and it says, what is it? Use a half a cup. So I think that might be the cause to the problem and conundrum that that I'm currently experiencing. Anyways, that doesn't matter. We're making pretzels now. How much too much lye? Probably. Hell, I don't know. And also, we're too far in for me to care, really. Actually, come to think of it, when I was making pretzels with a shark, this was pretty much the same reaction I gave. Now, granted, there wasn't this extreme of a chemical reaction, I will admit, but I did cough a little bit. Let's hope not. Don't want you to suffocate yourself on stream. Hopefully, that won't be the case. Hoping and dreaming, fingers crossed. If I do pass out, I need you all to message CUNY. She knows my address, so I think she's the only person that would be able to help me. But don't worry, I think I'm fine. I've breathed in worse things before. This is not really that bad, actually, in the grand scheme of it all. I'm just being a little itty bitty little bitty dramatic. Maybe. I'm saying to myself. I found a recipe that says 3 to 4% lye, not 12.5. Maybe I ended up using too much lye then. Maybe. Who's to say? Yeah, that's actually really hot though. I think I'm gonna dilute this with a little bit more water, methinks. Jesus Christ, chat, you're getting me worried. I've only used baking soda solutions to make pretzels. Well, honestly, you're probably smarter than I. But at the same time, I like making really good pretzels. And I don't care what anyone says. You can make pretzels with baking soda, but making pretzels with lye, you can't replicate. It's really hard to not use lye. Unfortunately. I think I'm gonna close my door fairly soon here. I think whatever fumes were in Infinity should be fine now. The malformed pretzel. Oh, shut it. Oh, be quiet, you. It's just a pretzel. I'm surprised you're more worried about this pretzel than me. Or at least the flesh body. I myself will be fine, but not so much about the flesh body. The respiratory thing of the thing might not be that grand, but hey, we'll figure that out when that time comes. Okay, lungs are working again. Working as they should. I hope. Ugh. Off from this, onto here. Go. And now I need the pretzel schmalt. You know, I was just thinking of a stupid thing, but I'm not gonna do it. Because it's not... What is lye? What's the chemical compound of it? Because it's like sodium something, right? So I'm wondering what would happen if I introduced more sodium, or at least sodium chloride. Chlorine is like a, what's the word? Not neutral, but it's like a, it's a very safe gas or something like that. But sodium is very explosive, so I'm like sadistically curious, like, what if I just threw a block of salt in there? Would I explode and die? These are just normal questions I have, don't worry about it. Chlorine is a very unsafe gas. Well, I mean, in the sense, not in the sense of breathing it in, but in the sense of like, stability, like chemical stability. Chloride is safe. Ah, okay. Well, listen, I'm not a chemist. I'm a baker. So anywho, baker schmaker. Anyways, time to get to the rest of these guys here. Two at a time, methinks. Ugh. Think when it's iodized, it's essential for life, but when it's neutral, it's a chemical weapon. Sounds about right. This is strange, I will mention, just because purely on the fact that this is a reaction I haven't gotten from this ordeal yet, from making pretzels. And I've been making pretzels fairly often recently, so I'm just kind of shocked that there was this much of a reaction on it. Spooky, to say at the very least. But not enough to make me not make pretzels anymore, I'll say that much. The danger, I believe, is kind of worth it. The they taste good. They taste so good. So it's like, I'm kind of fine with doing a bit of chemical warfare in my own kitchen. As long as I don't get myself or anyone else hurt. All that matters. That probably means you put too much lye in it this time. Yeah, I should have just went with my gut, because it was like, oh, I usually do a fourth of a cup to a gallon. But then I was reading the instructions and it was like, oh, you want to use a half a cup for every gallon. It's like, oh, you know, I don't remember doing half a cup, but you know what? That's what the thing says. Who's to say? Truly, who is to say who is wrong, who is right? But I would imagine the manufacturer would know best. Or at least I would hope they would. Which instructions said that? The instructions that came on the bottle. Well, to be more accurate, it wasn't exactly a gallon. I did, like, guesstimate and also put in more water accordingly. But it was, half a cup to 10 cups. Maybe it was a tablespoon and not a cup. Who's to say? Hey, listen, if this stuff is, what is it? If this stuff was supposed to be so dangerous, why is it so openly available for, public access, I suppose? Okay. Gotta put the chemicals down the sink. Which is 5%, and you use half a cup to a quart. That's 1 to 8? Oof. Yeah, that kind of does sound like a lot now that someone says it. I almost forgot one pretzel. Let me do that one. I'm waiting for 45 to pass. I gotta wait for 30. You know, honestly, if anything right now, I'm just worried about getting chemical burns. That sucks. You know, the slight burning in my lungs is one thing. But the chemical burns are a completely different thing. I just don't want to experience again. Down it goes. Gotta say now, the sink's probably the cleanest it's ever been. Jeez. Alright. There we go. That should be fine. So yeah, I gotta just bring this up again. I believe I talked about it when I was trying to make pretzels. But seriously, who is the crazed person that thought of putting such a dangerous chemical to making the most delicious way of making pretzels? Like, honestly, who thought of this? Who did this? Someone look this up right now. I can't do it right now. I'm disconnected. I don't have internet access right now. Probably an accident like pot stickers. Perhaps. I, of course, would not know. So that's why I'm asking you lads to look it up for me. I am simply too lazy. Ha 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 ha. It's a happy accident though. Pretzels are great, so can't get too upset over it. Hi there, Bert. Alright, I'm gonna drink some. Yeah, actually, let me go grab that thing real quick. Ah, yes, okay, so it's sodium hydroxide. Okay, so, let's see. For pretzels and bagels, it says half a cup to 10 cups. Half a cup of lye to 10 cups of water. Ingestion. Oh. Quiet you. Let's see. Inhalation, get fresh air, seek medical catch if irritation persists. Sewers and septic safe. Please recycle. Rinse skin under cold water with water, so shower, wash contaminated cloth before reuse. Seek medical attention. Yeah, no, this is using soaps, cleansers, water treatment, food preparation, pH buffer, and metal dissolution. Interesting, ain't it? For soap calculations, this lie is 100%. I'm back, I have snacks. Well, not snacks, but food. Welcome back, Bush. I almost gave myself a chemical burn with an inside out. I think. I'm not sure, there's no means for me to be so dramatic. Either way, my lungs were in pain. Not really. Good one. Okay, Chad, I think you were wrong. I think I was right. The pretzels... Okay, the pretzels look good regardless, but like, hold on. Let me flip them. Yeah, alright. Okay, yeah, that's too small. Alright, so let's not talk about chemical burns anymore, yeah? Let's talk about, working out again, just because that's a thing that I'm very happy about. Yeah, I'm able to punch through drywall, that's great. Usually what I find myself doing, I first go to my punching bag, try and go like, ooh, left hook, right hook, and boop, 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 and stuff like that. And, what is it? Then I go to doing, like, my little arm curls, and, like, I don't know what the thing is, like, when you just go, like, ooh, ooh, and stuff like, my weights, my little weights, I play with my weights a bit, I do curls and all that whatnot. And, then I go on my bike, and then I go backwards, and so I go back to doing my weights, and then I start going to punching again, and if I still have time, then I go back forward again, and start doing more punches, and then I start doing the little dumbbell thingies, and then I start going on my bike again. Sometimes I go on the bike and do the bells because I just feel like it, but yeah. I've mainly been doing back exercises, trying to fix my posture that way. Does it actually fix posture? Ah, look at that! Lovely. These are probably one of the better pretzels I've made. But if that's so, I might want to look into that as well. I've been looking to see of how to fix my posture. I do believe my posture is not really good. I believe it's getting worse. So that is something I should look into. But I feel like I'm just honestly gonna go buy a brace or something and then just wear that for a majority of the day. That is one of my plans. But yeah. I have not been doing much exercise because I've been too tired. So that's a lie and fallacy made by Big Brain. Your brain is telling you that you're tired, but you're not tired. It's all a conspiracy made by Big Brain. Your brain is telling you you're tired, but you're not actually tired, and I will actually say this in the most nicely way possible. But yeah, I find that like, oh yeah, I feel tired, but once you start working out, you start waking up, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm actually not tired, I'm actually ready to go, I'm ready to go punch the sack a bit. And then, you know, you start punching the sack, punching the bag, and this and that, and you realize that you're not really as tired as you thought you were. That's not a shot towards not a shot towards you, but I just find that if you think you're tired, you're probably not tired. Even if you feel you're tired, you'll have to wait for the what is it? You'll just wait for the adrenaline to kick in, and then you can get to working out. They are very browned. I feel like that's kind of normal, standard even for me. I would believe that they're kind of a standard looking pretzel. If anything, I honestly think they could use a little more color. But if you can or can't tell, I kind of ooh, they're so soft. Yes. All right. So these were the ones with the higher solution of lye. These three, but then these three right here are the lower solutions of lye. But regardless, they both have a really beautiful outside crust. They're nice and like, look at that! Look at that! Look at how plush and soft it is. Ooh, it's so airy. So they're nice. These are real good soft pretzels. Might be the best ones I've made so far. Very happy about that. As much as I would like to dig into them right away, I also know better. I'll just wait until that thing is cooled off and ready to be consumed. Anyways, I need to get this because I need this. Because now I want to move these to here so that they can bake on the same pan. And yes, I forgot which is which. Uh-oh. Hopefully I'll be able to tell. Like, surely the difference has to be so huge that I'll be able to tell, like, oh yeah, this one is made with the malt powder and this one is not. La la la. Oh, I also forgot. These pretzels actually have the malt powder as well, so they are really soft. So maybe that's the reason to want. Maybe that is the malt powder working. Have a good rest of stream. Look at the time. I need to really go to bed. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope you rest well, get enough sleep, get enough Z's and all that whatnot. Thank you for saying hi. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm gonna press these boys down. Just because brioche, I personally like a brioche that's like more volume than height. So I'm just gonna press these guys down. And I also like to believe that they shape better when you do that too. So Alright, so I believe these three are the same and these three are different. Just for a heads up for everyone. And also more or less for me, because I do not remember. Do I have a marker? I do! There we go, now I can tell what's what. Now I can also give myself a bit of I can get some Sharpie fumes in my bread now. My favorite. Of course, when there wasn't enough chemical warfare in this kitchen, I needed to add more. So it's been 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes. So I gotta put my brioches back, brioches in the oven, or at least this one. That one's all ready to go, so. It's a fairly interesting thing because I find that to make a perfect brioche that doesn't overproof but is also just good, it needs to be baked at it needs to rise for exactly half an hour. If it bakes any longer, any less, any more, I find that it turns out to be worse. How worse, you might ask? Worse. It's just not good. I don't know how to explain it. Well, I do know how to explain it. It's it just rises too much. That's really it. One rises too much, the other one doesn't rise as much, blah 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 blah. That's remarkably picky. I mean, I imagine like there is a little bit more science than going like, oh, it's just 3 more minutes. or anything like that, you know? I imagine if I really try to look into it, there is probably a more calculable level, a more calculable number. Like, it's probably not 30. It's probably 30 for the sake of my own placebo and convenience. So it's like, oh, I think it's 30 because I perceive it as 30, so it must be 30 minutes. Hell, as much as I know, it could be 29 minutes as more optimal. But I will never know because I don't really look into it. I just work with the results I get, and it's like, you know what? If it works, it works. Have the wee ball mentality, which is very much a staple, I would believe, at this point. The fuck it wee ball mentality. But it's a fun mentality, I'll say that much. I think this is gonna be a good pretzel, honestly. I'm have a feeling about this. This is gonna be a good pretzel, methinks. Alright, it's almost got 30 seconds left. So I think I'm going to throw the brioche in the oven. I gotta change racks though, but I'm gonna put it on the bottom rack. It will burn quickly. I'll put these pretzels on the bottom. Put this on top. It doesn't have enough space. Stay low. There's not enough space, period. Ah, fine. It's picky. Yeah, I kinda have to wait for the pretzels to come out first. They're almost done. They got like, maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more minutes. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna find out. So, yeah. So. Alright. Quel magnet de la brioche. Is that French? I'm not sure, I don't speak French. I just know French and I kinda know how to know the basic techniques when it comes to making French food. But like when it comes to like speaking French, ooh, no idea. Ow, ow, ow. Don't you mean like oui oui or something like that? Oui oui. Alright. Been opening this a lot. I'll throw this in the oven now. I'll give that more 3 more minutes. Then I will set another timer for 30 because that's as long. No, actually no. They go in the brioche will go in for 15. And then I take the cover off and let it bake for another 15. Oh, I should put these guys in. This guy in. Man, boy. Geez, a lot of baking today. Yes, it is the quote commonly translated as "let them eat cake," but it's actually about brioche. I mean, brioche is kind of like the cake of the bread world, if I really think about it. It's fluffy, it's rich, it's lavish, it's soft, it's delicious, tends to be a little bit more sweeter, a bit more of a dessert side kind of bread. So I can see that being like about cake. I'm pretty sure, I'm not pretty sure, well, I wonder what brioche actually translates to, because if it translates to cake, that would make even more sense. I'm also gonna take this time, I need to actually clean my sink. I need to clean up the chemical warfare in here. You see, I'm gonna just say it. For like the weird, crazy stuff that I do tend to say, I'm surprised that I haven't been like, I don't know, not arrested, what's the word here? I don't know, made as a disruption? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I'm surprised that no one is concerned about my well-being, considering I kind of hijacked the body here. No, he never leaves the house. Who knows how long the body's been gone? I didn't hide the body, I'm using it. Truly a victimless crime, no? At least in modern French, maybe it changed. Perhaps. Perhaps, but who is truly to say? Okay, now I put that one for 10. There we go. But these pretzels are looking quite phenomenal. Very soft, very floof, very good. Very good pretzel, good pretzel. So I made pretzels elsewhere, but there was an issue I had to where the bottom was sticking to the paper, because I actually ended up using parchment paper versus actually using like a silicone pad, which is what I always use for baking. I do that just because silicone pads it's just parchment paper, but better because it's reusable in a sense, and parchment paper can get quite expensive. Some may be concerned about the plastic. I argue we already eat plastic. Who's to say that we can't have a little more? But realistically, it's safe. It's fine. It's not that bad. There's worse things that you could do. If I recall correctly, silicone should be, for lack of a better word, safe. I mean, we put silicone in like human bodies, no? So like, who's to say it just gets in like the bloodstream like that? Like that should be fine, right? Who's to say? You know, on one hand, I kind of do wish I knew a bit more French. But on the other hand, I kind of know that if I learned French, it would be kind of a useless language for me to learn. I'm not really particularly interested in like a lot of French stuff, even though like cooking and baking, there's a lot of good stuff within France and whatnot that you could learn. So learning the language useful by proxy. But I am not really caring of that, I think. I guess that's what my brain is telling me, so I'm just gonna nod my head and say okay to yes. Yes, that is what my brain is telling me. Yes. But anyways. Silicon is pretty inert, so it should be fine to ingest. Thank you for supporting Thank you for supporting my my silicon eating endeavors. I'll make sure that what is it? I'll meet VTubers at Offkai and force feed them silicon. For lack of a better joke, that is a joke. I would not do that. Unless they deserve it. Alright, I'm gonna punch these guys down one more time and give them a timer for half an hour. Because I do want to try and make myself a burger today. That is also kind of a penultimate, like, goal when it comes to making, what is it? Making this, brioche buns. I could have just made the loaves and whatnot, but I decided to make buns as well because buns are fun. Okay. Let these go for half an hour. Well, you know what? There's nowhere else to put them but on the stovetop, and that's honestly going to be an okay place to do. So they can actually, like, I don't know, rise faster. Hey Bush, you know what? You and I, we should, like, go somewhere and, like, eat a silicone pad together. What do you think, friend? What says you? You know, the funny thing about, like, getting all these working the fly, I can't tell if I actually got, like, a chemical burn or not, because, like, on my body, I'm feeling, like, tingling sensations. What was that? Sorry, I'm playing Terraria. No, I'm not telling you now. You're gonna have to go watch the VOD later. Because I'm sassy and picky like that now. Wow! Ah, look at that! Look at that little pretzel. Delicious. Whatever. Soon, so soon to rain. My god. My mod can't be this soon. Whoa. These are some pretty looking pretzels though, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna show yous. Put a little bit of screen stimuli on what's the word? On display so you guys get to see things in display. Those are some pretty looking pretzels if I do say so myself. Look at these guys. They look like pretzels, they smell like pretzels, they feel like pretzels. Not sure if they taste like pretzels. But I am willing to find out if they do. Now, if I really wanted to be fancy and make these like real premium looking pretzels, I would definitely like brush them with a bit of butter. But honestly, I feel like that would be a touch overkill, honestly. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, no, these pretzels are like shockingly soft. Like, I'm not used. I would be more surprised. This is more like this feels more like a store-bought like pretzel in that regard, you know? It's like it's very soft and squishy and plush and plump. All those words that you can get the idea that it's like squishy. I take a picture. And I'll take a video too. There we go. Well, that being said now, it's been a decent amount of time. These are now, not warm to the touch, but cool to the touch. So I'm gonna take one of these, this one right here that's been very much tampered with. And, yeah, let's indulge in this together, yes? So, it looks good, nicely cooked, soft and plush. And it looks nice and soft, the inside's nice and shiny. really good. It's really soft. And the flavor is really good too. I'm shocked because this is with the diacetyl malt powder. And this is notably a lot softer. That's all I gotta say, it's a lot softer. The texture is actually a lot more nicer too. It's airy, it's soft, it's chewy. The color is quite beautiful. But this is like a very proper... This is just a very proper, like, pretzel. Oh, it's a little crispy on the bottom. But in the good way. Not like burnt, because it's not burnt. But crispy like a little chip. Not sure if you could hear that. Yes, we hear. Good. See, this is something I feel really upset about sometimes when it comes to making like really fresh bread and all this whatnot. But I genuinely feel really upset for the people that don't have this luxury of knowing how to make fresh bread like this and experiencing what it's like to eat fresh bread like this. Because when I say that this is so much better than anything you can ever get anywhere, I'm serious. Like, I don't know, going to a pretzel shop, because I know they exist. The pretzel shops around, they're always like hard, they're always dried out, they're always like a little too salty, or like there's something wrong with them. But then if you go to like something like Auntie Anne's, they're good, but they feel low quality, and they just taste good, but they aren't really an overall great experience. This is just a perfect experience because, what is it? I like Auntie Anne's, the flavor at least, and I did base all of my pretzel recipe on that. But I also just like, it's nice and fluffy, it's soft, it's like not hard, or it's not like terribly hard, it's chewy, it's just a perfect pretzel. It just looks beautiful too. I should make pretzel buns. Be nice. Pretzel bun for like a burger. Be nice. Later. Oh. 15 minutes. Alright. I now have to take off the lid. Alright. Here, let me show you lads the issue I'm having. So as you can see, maybe, I'm not sure if you can or not, but there's smoke. And I did try to oil the top, but perhaps I didn't oil it enough. Come on. Very gently. Oh no! Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's fine. Yes! Okay, a bit of tear, but that's fine. That's tolerable. That's okay. Alright. Now, for the rest of time, you stay in there for 15 or so more. It's a beautiful looking brioche, though. 15 more minutes. Actually, at that point, my the buns will be able to go in. But the nice thing about, like, when it comes to brioche buns I kind of like them a bit overproofed because they get really airy and fluffy, but then they collapse. But that's kind of fine because if you have a burger or like whatever you want with that, it just it works out nicer. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna take this pretzel, and I'm gonna go. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go sit at the thing at my. Hi, Ad. Ooh, I almost just ran into all my pretzels and they would have fell on the floor. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a look-see at my photos real quick, so I can make sure they're either really good or bad pictures. They're not good pictures, but they're not bad. I'm gonna just take another picture. Yeah, let me go take more pictures. Okay. Hopefully that works for now. Alright. Well, hey, another stream successfully done without any asphyxiation of the sorts. No fatalities. The only fatality is this pretzel. Yeah, this is a lovely thing to eat, especially when I've eaten nothing all day. I'd like myself a nice soft pretzel after a nice hard day's work. I'm back. Hi, Saltea. Hi, Bush. Alright, let's see how I can make you into a super mod. Yeah, super mod, Super Saiyan. Big mod. I don't know how to do that, though. Moderation? Settings? Yeah, if you can look this up for me too, that'd be nice. I'm trying to look it up as we speak, but no idea. I can't remember, is that a YouTube thing or is it a Twitch thing? Cause I could have sworn it was a Twitch thing. I just don't remember. Oh! There we go. Now you're a lead moderator. Should be at least. Um. Oh, lead moderator. Yeah, you're a lead moderator now. Congratulations. I hope you feel special. You should. You're upgraded. You got a raise, but your raise isn't really a raise in money. It is a raise in social structure. Yeah. We gotta make some more VIPs real quick though. This is what I imagine the kids nowadays call maintenance. As well. Give some of these lots some cool little tags, you know. Nuclear reactors use water as the moderator and lead as the shielding, but Twitch uses a lead moderator. I'm not saying anything new on your end. I think that's normal. I think that's just kind of like, yeah, that's just how it is. It is what it is. Anyways, Sue, congratulations. You are also now a VIP just because I see you very often here, and you're also a pretty cool guy. Chatter thingy. Creature. But now that I'm actually back at my desktop now, perhaps I should check about those thingies, the moderation thing, the unbanning of the thing. Yes, unban thing. I think that'd be a fun thing to look into. How do I get there? Community, analytics, moderation, settings, mod management. Not that. It's in mod view panel. Okay. Mod view panel. Creep. Mod view channel. Where the hell is... Bush, where's the mod channel? Where would this... Oh, wait. I think I found it. Yes, okay, I found it. Unban requests? Suspicious activity, none. Unban requests. Okay, I want to see these. Okay. So, let's take a little look-sees at these. I think it'll be fun. Why not? Here, let me just change screens real quick so we can get to this point. We only have 4 minutes to do this, so I think it's a good use of our time, you know, good way to constructively use our time together as a collective. Okay, gotta make sure nothing is being seen that's important. Anyways, all right, let's go. I'm a sleepy creature. I'm going to bed. Alright, good night, Sue. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for being here. Night, night. Alright, let's look at these guys. Let's look at these silly things. Here, what's the name of the app? Are you drawing on mouse and pen? You're a really cool streamer. Do you have a job? Hello, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, this is the, I think this might be some guy, this might be your man's, you know, Bush. So, you know what? I'll let you decide, alright? I think that's our man's here, so you can figure that one out. So I'll let you decide that. You know, I gotta let you do some fun things. My bad. I just joined Twitch. I just joined stream. I don't know if anyone did something for me. Thought it was whatever it is. I'm sorry. I don't know who this is. It's a creature. Are they a real creature? I don't know, and I don't trust it. I have very, very intense trust issues. You're bad? Yeah, you're bad. Oh man, kinda sus. BRB, I have to use the restroom. Okay, have fun. Oh wait, this is a really old one, I think. Hello, moderators of the channel Saltea. I am surprised because that is my old, like, Twitch account name. I'm mainly lurking with this account, which makes me believe that a chat ban isn't necessary. I would appreciate it if you would unban me. You know what? This lad seems kind of fine. Okay, fine. Okay. My bad slime. There we go. That guy is unbanned. And oh wait, Jonathan Davis. Yes. Jonathan Davis. This is like Jonathan Davis, I believe, is like an infamously known character. They just are. They're an infamously known character that just does silly things and goes like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, yeah, this was 19 days ago. Those who ban me shouldn't be live until I'm unbanned, let alone have new subscribers and followers. Cause I had to deal with wrongful bans for 5 years now from people who need to realize that I don't accept wrongful bans and never will. Go touch some grass. You're too chronically online for me. There we go. That's how we deal with people like that. Yeah. Alright, back to the kitchen. And we're back. Actually, I'm gonna just really quickly. Uh-oh. I have a moderate issue. But that. Alright, don't mind me. Long if I break. Hurry. I don't see all, but hear me? And I did not die. I'm silly. I'm just gonna give these guys an egg wash. After that, get upset because even though that like people think it's kind of synonymous, like what is it? The bun and like sesame seeds with like McDonald's stuff, but it just looks aesthetically pleasing. Okay. That is high. Alright, and the brioche buns are now in. Yahoo. Ah. So, what is it? What is it? What is it? What I was gonna say? Oh, so the brioche. Let me actually wait. Let me get. So I imagine you lot can actually see here and look at this really, really weird looking brooch here. But, so there is an issue, a mild issue. Well, first and foremost, it's a little dark. Even for me. Like, I think that's even a little dark. So unfortunately, it's fine, honestly. It's not really that, and it's not really the end of the world or anything like that. It's bread, and it's just a crust. And you know what's the good thing about crust and bread? You can cut around it. Worst comes to worst, if I can't really find a utility for it, I will either turn it into either breadcrumb, or I will use it to turn into croutons. One of the two, whatever will be used for, that will be what I will use it for. But, what is it? It kind of blew out of proportions, quite literally, if you will. It is a little crunchy, a little crusty on top. It's kind of exploded. It rose, I would say, arguably too much. And since it rose too much, I don't think it's going to be as good if I actually let it proof for the correct amount of time. And I will be honest, even though I set a timer for 30 minutes, it probably was more accurately to say 45 minutes. So the horrible causation of the way that it looks is purely my fault because I did not listen to myself and just went with 30 minutes on the dime or 29 minutes. I'm not smart, but you guys should know that at this point because you know what I am. Okay. The nice thing about brioche buns, though, because I just threw those guys in. I'm not sure if you're able to see that. I threw those guys in. They're gonna be in there for probably 10 minutes. And that's the nice thing about brioche buns and just buns in general. They're smaller. They're just smaller. So when they're smaller, they're easier to throw in the oven and they bake quicker. Wow. You know? But I will say, we are almost reaching the end of stream here. I am sorry, we're not making the burger I was making ourselves to go out and make. Trust me, I want to eat that burger too. I would really, really, really like a burger right now. I even have avocado, I have a bit of bacon, I have a little lechuga, I got like ranch for No, I can't do it though. I can't eat anything because I have to go back to fasting. So I cannot. But meanwhile, I do actually have to look into I gotta look into peeps to who I might want to go raid into next. And we have a few options actually. We have Tori Taiga. We might raid into her. She's quite sweet, so it'd be nice to raid into her. We can raid into Zuzu. She is also cooking, so it'd be nice to go say hi to them. They're making coconut fish chowder. Sounds interesting. What are like... What's in a coconut fish chowder other than the fish? Well, what kind of fish? And also coconut in a soup? Sounds kinda weird. Unless it's like coconut milk. Not like coconut shavings. Or like, can you dice coconut? I'm not sure if that's a dumb question, but like coconuts in general, can you dice them? Or chop them? Like, I only think of like using coconut in like a soup application. So it doesn't really make sense to me in that regard. I don't know. It seems very strange, very, very weird. I will say I'm already feeling a little sleepy from eating that one little those two bagels. Hi Mahler, welcome. Hi, hello. Glad you could make it. Hello. We're kind of at the... What is it? We're kind of at the butt end of stream, low-key. We're kind of just, what is it? We're waiting for some bread to finish baking. Right now, we're waiting for some brioche to be done. And actually, maybe it's about time we move back into the kitchen. Alright, I'm gonna move back in there. Okay, let's get back to business to make some bread. Alright. So I can already tell that this is overproofed because this is already starting to collapse on itself. And let me show you. Okay, this might take a minute actually. Come on, fall out. Come on, Fallout 76. Okay, fine. I'll get the goddamn knife. Picky head. Oh wait, maybe it's not too over. Maybe. Perhaps. Or maybe that's just because since it's stuck to the sides here, kind of hard to collapse on itself. Perhaps. Come on. Oh my god, why are you so stuck? Oh, now it's not. There we go. Yeah, it's a touch dark, even for my likings. Would have been a nice brioche, though, I'll say that much. If only, if only. So yeah, this is why I don't consider myself a good baker, by the way. A good baker would not be able to get themselves in this situation to begin with. And also, for some reason, for some damn reason, my oven, I must have bumped into it because the heat went from 350 is what I normally bake at to 425. So that also could play an issue to the prop. That also could have been an issue. Who's to say, of course, but you know. Anyways, I'm not gonna really show you the fanfare with this one. But just know that there is another brioche and I will make it and I will bake it. I just now have to reset the clock when it comes to it rising, so I gotta punch it down. Punch the boy down, and then once it's all punched, I gotta start reshaping it, and that will be turning into its bread to its final resting position. Doo-doo. Going to oil the top. I also have to make sure I oil the lid as well. And I'll let that rise for specifically half an hour. Okay. The bun should be done. Ta-da! Ooh! Yeah, they look okay. Honestly, I'm gonna throw them back in the oven. They could go a little longer. Not as dark as I'd like them. I like my brioche to be a wee bit darker. Not by much, but a wee bit. Maybe like 3 minutes more. How badly I wish I could just have an hour, no, not 1 hour, maybe 2 hours extra time. Just because I really would like some food in my system that isn't just a pretzel. And granted, it's a good pretzel, but I need more sustenance than that. Sorry about like cleaning your face there, but it looks like that you guys were just a little dirty, so I wanted to fix you up. I'm gonna give you a little wipe down, a little clean. All right. Oh, the tracking is different because I'm sitting down now. Whoopsie. Okay. Let's see. Where will I send you guys off to? Alright. You lads, tell me who sounds better for you to raid. Actually, we have a few now. Maybe. Pending. Okay. So we have the following here. Wait, let me bring the here. We'll switch screens real quick, and I will show you your options of who we can go raid into. So I will show you who are some potential candidates that if you want to choose you. Not that one. Okay, so we have a few lads we can go raid into. We can raid into Zoo, Tori, Denari, Diana. I gotta go check the. You'll see the pictures later. But anyways, let's see. Who would you like for me to send you guys off to? We're pretty much ending stream right now. So, is anyone in particular that you see? Like, you have this lovely little creature here. Her name is ZH. The very important part is cooking. Yeah, pretty cool. Very lovely voice, very cool, fun talk to, so there's that. Then we have Tori Taiga. She's currently just I don't know what she's doing. Kind of looking, I guess, sticks for making, studying and stuff, so I don't know, maybe that's just a nice little thing you can do. Yo, where the bread at? The bread is going to be somewhere soon. We are looking for, but we are looking at our potential candidates to who we're gonna go raid into. Tori Thaiga, be cool. She occasionally cooks me things. Fenari, really cool, really loud, but pleasantly loud. I'd let her scream. Terraria. She's playing Terraria for the first time. Looks like she's played it before, so that's cool. Made bread out of her. She's very friendly. And then we have this creature, Sienna. She's just started stream, so we her, Nari, Thaiga, or Zuzu. I will give you my personal biases here. I think Zuzu would be a very fun little creature to raid into. I'm gonna play Helldivers, so but and yeah, those are your options. Actually, you know what? Here, I am gonna be here, and also there's the brioches. Aren't they so pretty? And let me make a poll. Let me make a poll for you guys, so you guys can actually vote, and I can actually see. YouTube side, you don't get this pleasure. I'm sorry, you don't deserve this, because I'm just gonna find whoever is available, and yeah. Zuzu, Tori, Taiga, Denari, or Sienna. I'll let that go for 3 minutes. And I am actually gonna take a second here because I gotta finish that bread. There's actually one more thing I gotta do to it real quick. Okay, that's that. Usually when I make brioche and whatnot, I actually really like to, what's the word? I like to give them a bit of a touch of butter at the end. The butter melts on top, it gives it a good shine, gives it a good flavor. It just looks nice too. So, yeah, that's the brioche and it's all said and done. Though I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Hold on, let me give you a reason to be disappointed. I gotta find the picture real quick. It's a really old picture, which makes me kind of shocked. But for some reason, I have just not been able to replicate it, and I've been trying to do it, but I just don't know what I've been doing wrong, honestly. I bet if anything, the issue is that I'm letting it overproof, and that's kind of ruining it. So maybe I should give it less time to rise. I'm gonna find it, hold on. But I remember I made a really good, beautiful set of brioche, and I've been kind of just chasing that high because they were beautiful. They were really nicely baked. They were round, rotund. Everything about them was perfect. Gotta find them now so I can at least show you what I mean. Really don't know. I think I just might be a washed baker, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good enough. I'll always continue to say that, I guess. Maybe there's too much egg? Ah, no, nonsense. That couldn't be. Hmm. Found one picture, but it's not the picture. Hmm. This is what I feel. I'm just doom scrolling on my own, like, little things here. Feels kind of silly. Hmm. Can't remember, because if this was like... Okay, I guess I can't find it. So, you're just getting the next best thing that I can get my hands on. I think I posted. So if you were to take a look at the screen in front of you using your variable eyes, these are the brioches that I've made in the past, and they were spectacular. They were spectacular and amazing, and they're beautiful and like this and that. Like they looked great. It just everything about them was like really visually splendid. They had a lovely, lovely visual to them. They had a nice bit of heft as well. Like generally speaking, I think these are a lot prettier than what we have right now. So at the same time, maybe they look better when they cool down. I don't know. But these I feel like have a lot more. They just look better. And I can't explain why. I don't know how to explain it. They just feel better even. They look better. Maybe there's not many sesame seeds? I don't know. Oh, well. Well, either way around it, I think we are going to be ending today's stream, though, because I am quite tired, and we've pretty much done everything. Now, I did see the poll, and I did see that Zuzu did win, so we are gonna go raid right into Zuzu herself. It only makes sense, since you lot here are here to see the baking, might as well send you someone to cook. They have soup, so we have bread. So we might as well just give them a bit of a little bit of a side, a little bit of something else to eat with their soup. So I'm not so sure how a fish coconut chowder would work with brioche, for example. I don't know. But it looks like we have someone that we can raid into, Mr. Temp Eyes. That'd be kind of nice to go raid into that little guy, the little creature. I hope you're gonna say hi to the guy for me, because I am just gonna go relax. So, I gotta get ready to go to sleep. Alright, thank you all for tuning in today. I'm gonna send pictures later today when I'm making all the bread and when I bake the bread and all that whatnot. So, thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening. And I will see you when I stream next. Okay. Saltea Kichee, everyone, and ciao. Hold on, you don't call me a dingus. You don't get the last call on me like that, you dingus. You little